and Tom Cronin for Chicago Championship Wrestling. Welcome to the toughest half hour on television. Introducing right now Mr. Smith and the Kelly Corporation, so to speak, Jim and Jeff Kelly, along with the crippler, Tim Kelly. Jeff, a lot of things in the PWI going down right now. Number one, the Golden Boys. They're looking for a match with you, partner. They want you on a plate.
You know something, Cronin? You make me sick, pal. And there's a couple other things in the PWI right now that make me sick, too. And that happens to be the Golden Girls. The Golden Set, Mike Sommers, and his Barbie doll partner, Jimmy Holiday. We're sick and tired of seeing you guys around here. The best thing you guys can do is just get on your bicycles and get out of professional wrestling right now. You know something else, Cronin? There's a couple other things that get me sick, and that's the Reynolds brothers. All I'd like is for you, Sam, to get your big brother, get him away from the breakfast table sometime, away from his bucket of Fruit Loops, and get him to come up here and sign a match with the Kelly brothers. Because there's one thing you got to know. And the three men you see right here standing before you are the greatest things that ever happened in your life. Right? Hey, Golden Girls, this is no fashion show. This ain't Daytona Beach, pal. And it definitely ain't rock and roll. It's professional wrestling, got it, punk? So come on, face Kelly brothers right in the face. Mr. Smith, anytime he's ready, baby. And we're going to run you out of the PWI. The Kelly brothers are on a new mission. It's seek, search, and destroy. And we're aiming that mission at you, the Reynolds brothers. We're going to seek you, search you, and run you out of the PWI. We're going to destroy you. That's right, in Fighting Irish said it, baby.
There you have it, wrestling fans. The Kelly Corporation, accompanied by their bodyguard, Mr. Smith, on Chicago Championship Wrestling. Let's go to the ring now for our first match. Jim Kelly with his standard round of applause from the fans here. Tom Cronin with Greg Race at ringside. We didn't even have a bell yet. Now it comes. Seems like these wrestlers are a little anxious to get started. Nice arm takedown by Curly Rich. Working over the left arm of Jim Kelly. Kelly had the leg on the rope. He'll use that tactic frequently to get out of a hold. Collared elbow hook up now at center ring. Unique tights on Jim Kelly after the head takedown. They say kiss my, and they're right on the seat of his pants. We had a one count before the referee, Tim Woods, discovered that Curly Rich's foot was hanging out over the ropes. Curly Rich now goes into a body slam. Follows it up with a big elbow smash into the midsections of Jim Kelly. We have a one count, two count, on the rope, and a leg on the rope. That seems to be the standard way out for the Kelly brothers, Greg.
Definitely the easy way out. Just put that old foot or ankle or leg over the ropes and everything's called to a halt.
Very close to a lower midsection knee, and then a couple of elbows to the head. Jim Kelly picks up 278-pound Curly Rich with a body slam. Follows it up with an elbow to the head now. Jim Kelly on the offensive, forearm smash. Follows it up with another one. Curly Rich has enough of that and turns him around. I think it's going to take a little more than that to bring Jim Kelly down to the count of three.
Definitely, Jim Kelly, tough wrestler. Still got a lot left in him.
Big move by Curly Rich with a suplex, but once again, Kelly uses his favorite move, and that's a leg to the rope. Collared elbow now at center ring. Curly Rich is working to the corner by Kelly. One smash, followed up by another. Jim Kelly now setting up Curly Rich for a slingshot into the corner. Follows it up with an elbow smash into the throat. Elbow to head now, Greg. Jim Kelly rather methodical. He's not in the ring with his familiar sidekick, his brother Tim, however.
Yeah, I really don't understand. His brother Tim usually comes in and manages him. Tim kind of the, I have to say the boss of the tag team and of the brotherhood.
Kelly goes into the ropes. And a cover by Curly Rich. 1, 2, and a count of 3. Fans, welcome back to the show. We're at the Ringside Sport Club, and I'd like to remind you that November 11th is going to be Miller Lite Night here at the Ringside on Devon and Rolling Road in Elk Grove. 75 cents for a bottle of Miller Lite. We'll see you there. We'll also be doing the wrestling interviews. Now back to business. Terry the Hammer Scholl. Matt Erickson. After that brief blurb you put out last week talking about him wrestling contenders before you give him a shot at that title belt, Terry, I can tell you one thing, pal. That guy has the credentials to meet you right now. And he's a little miffed about the whole thing himself.
Say so, Cronin. You think he deserves a title shot? You do, huh? He does. The fans think he deserves a title shot, too, right?
I agree.
I'll tell you what. The fans think he deserves a title shot. Matt Erickson, you think you deserve a title shot. Cronin, you just think he deserves a title shot. He can have a title shot. One stipulation. Tony DeVito's going to be in the fifth row when it catches his hair when I knock it completely off his shoulders.
Ooh, there you have it. Matt Erickson has the challenge. Zebra, now it's on to you.
That's right. It's on to me, Cronin. I'm going to tell you something. The Golden Boy's got a new partner. What's his name? Jim Holiday? Right. You don't know this, Cronin, but before those two broke into wrestling, they tried out to be male strippers with, what is it, Chippendales? And they got thrown out. Then they tried to go to the Sugar Shack. You know what happened? They got laughed off stage because of their shortcomings, if you know what I mean.
And you were there to see it, right?
No, I heard about it from your wife, chump. Vito's the Razor's gonna talk about the Reynolds brothers right now. And that's all. You know, Scott and saying, you come out here, you wrap yourselves around the flag. Well, that impresses these idiots out here, but it doesn't impress us. Because what you're dealing with are three individuals who can get meaner and nastier and dirtier than anybody in the business. Now, this is in high school, and this is in college. This is the pros. This is a business. That's why professional wrestling is a business. And you do whatever you have to do to get the job done. Scott and Sam, the biggest worry in your lives right now is that you got something that we want. And that's the PWI Midwest Tag Team titles. And after we get what we want, we're going to send you back to Kansas City. Back sleeping floors and throwing ducks on the old man's roof. And yeah, boys, that's not a threat. It's not a promise. But it's a fact of life. Why? Because Tony DeVito, the Zebra Kid, and Terry, they have a show. Just said it.
Well, definitely a threesome to contend with, wrestling fans. Those guys are awesome, both in and out of the ring, as they say. We'll be back with more wrestling action right after this. Wrestling fans, Tom Cronin at the Ringside Sports Club with a reminder we'll be doing interviews here at this location in Elk Grove, and that is next Wednesday night. I'd like to introduce you right now, fans, the Golden Boys. Golden Boy Mike Sommers along with Jim Holiday, one of the top teams in the PWI today. Mike, I don't like to sound redundant, but I got to say, it comes down to the same thing all the time. The Kelly Corporation, or whatever they like to call it.
Wait a minute. The Kelly brothers. How bad can the Kelly brothers be when they got to go out and hire bodyguards for them? First of all, they got this slug from Vegas, Ray Luca, who used to park cars for a living. Now he tried to make a name for himself in the PWI, and the Golden Boy Mike Sommers busted up his knee. Now he's out of professional wrestling for good. Now the Kelly brothers got a so-called guy, Mr. Smith. Who the hell is Mr. Smith? Smith? Vice? I don't really care what his name is. He hangs around with the Kelly brothers, you can't be too smart. What, does he carry his brains around in that briefcase? And let me tell you something, Kelly. I don't care what funds you bring in, what ace in the hole you bring in. We're going to bust them up if they get in our way, because the boys are back in town. My Golden Boys, brother.
There you have it, wrestling fans. The Golden Boys on Chicago Championship Wrestling. Let's go to the ring now for our next match.
Introducing first, at a combined weight of 725 pounds, Zebra Kid, Tony the Razor DeVito, and Terry the Hammer Scholl. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 786 pounds, Lumberjack Jim Barr and Scott and Sam Reynolds.
All right, Tom Cronin at ringside, along with one half of the Kelly brothers. Tim Kelly doing color commentary for this match. A good match indeed, shaping up to be. Tim, the Reynolds brothers teamed up with the Lumberjack Jim Barr, taking on Tony the Razor DeVito, Terry the Hammer Scholl, and the Zebra Kid. An unusual matchup indeed.
Like I said before, Terry Scholl, the Razor, and the Zebra are going to be victorious in this match. The Reynolds brothers are here to take DeVito.
Well, there's no love lost between these six people. The Reynolds brothers and Tony the Razor DeVito, along with the Zebra, have had many encounters in this ring, and it's always been the Reynolds brothers coming out on top if it hasn't been a disqualification. Tim Davis an outside interference. In the ring right now, we have Scott Reynolds facing off and squaring off with Tony the Razor DeVito. So far, no blows have been exchanged, just a lot of goading. The Razor trying to lure Scott Reynolds back into his corner. Counter and elbow down.
and lick him over the corner. That's not legal.
That is not a handful of hair, Tim. That is just straight up power over Tony the Razor DeVito. Scott Reynolds is a big man, 260 or thereabouts. Now look at Tony the Razor DeVito. But Tim, he can't even get him up with a press slam now. Scott Reynolds throws Tony the Razor DeVito right out of the ring.
Lucky move.
I wouldn't call 260 pounds worth of power a lot of luck. Tony the Razor DeVito went out of that ring like a wet rag. Mike Winkle counting out Tony the Razor DeVito right now. The fans seem to get on to Tony a little bit. Hey, Scott Reynolds snapped Tony the Razor DeVito right back into that ring. And he's going to work right now in the opposite corner. One shoulder block. There's two. Three shoulder blocks to the midsection. Heel throw over to the other side of the ring now. I think Tony the Razor DeVito's in trouble. Scott Reynolds just tagged off to Sam, and Tony the Razor squared off to Terry the Hammer Scholl. We've got two of the biggest men in the PWI in the ring right now. Terry the Hammer Scholl with a fist to the face now, two of them. Sam Reynolds trying to come through with a few forearms.
No fist thrown in. That was an open hand. Now look at him. He's holding him in his corner.
Hey, they have a few seconds to get out of that ring, Tim.
You know, I'm not supposed to be biased, but I see this go on every time. We wrestle or anybody else.
The tag was made. Lumberjack Jim Barr pulls Terry the Hammer Scholl right out of the ring.
Look at this. You complain about our tactics, look at it.
I'm going to say one thing, Tim. Those guys are always screaming about a shot at the titles, and so far, the only people that have been in control in this match have been the Lumberjack and the Reynolds brothers. Total control so far.
That's just rough.
Hard elbow hook up now. Terry Scholl has the Lumberjack in the corner. Follows up with a forearm and another forearm.
This is a power forearm. It's unbelievable.
Terry the Hammer Scholl, no doubt, he is the heavyweight champion for a reason, and that is coupled with strength and technique.
Now look who's in trouble.
A couple of nice boots to the kidneys of the Lumberjack right now, and he is now whipped into the boot of the Zebra Kid. They've got Lumberjack in trouble right now in the opposite corner. That is definitely not the place you want to be. Tony the Razor DeVito in the ring now after the quick tag. Lumberjack encountering some trouble. Now there's that handful of hair right there. Hold on a minute. We've got so much action. This is the kind of match sometimes where you'd like to see two referees in the ring just to control it.
Now that is good to call a veteran. And Tony the Razor DeVito is great.
Beautiful drop kick, but did you see what Tony the Razor just did, Tim? He ran out of the ring as soon as Lumberjack tagged off to Scott Reynolds. Look at her squaring off outside of the ring. Scott Reynolds working over Tony the Razor DeVito. Sam Reynolds now going after Terry the Hammer Scholl inside the ring is DeVito. The two legal men in the ring right now are Scott Reynolds and Tony the Razor DeVito. A lot of action going on outside of the ropes in that last round. They just had another quick tag, Tim.
That's the way they call it. It's just the way they want it. DeVito wants somebody outside the ring. He knows what he's doing. He's a veteran.
I think Lumberjack knew what he was doing. He got Zebra Kid finally into that ring. However, this is in a tag team match. Look at the difference in size here, Tim. Zebra Kid can in no way take the Lumberjack down. He knows it. I know that the Lumberjack's been after the Zebra Kid for some time. Now, there's some tactics. Tony the Razor DeVito coming in. Now Sam Reynolds comes in. We've got action going on all over the place, but inside the ring. Tag team now. Look at them. The legal men in the ring are the Zebra Kid and the Lumberjack. We've got more action going on. An inverted atomic drop executed by Tony the Razor DeVito. Mike Winkle is having all sorts of trouble controlling this match. The Lumberjack has had the Zebra Kid pinned for at least 20 seconds over there. There's the legal men in the ring. Tim, this match is out of hand.
Well, sometimes Winkle's officiating can be questioned. I'll tell you that.
Now the Zebra Kid come up with a foreign object that appeared to me and just nailed the Lumberjack in the back of the head. We have the Zebra.
Zebra, you might not have a good stroke, but he is the smartest wrestler in PWI, as a matter of fact, in the world.
I think that's a total miscarriage of justice. The Lumberjack had Zebra Kid pinned for at least 20 seconds. Zebra Kid, it appeared, had come out with a foreign object and blindsided the Lumberjack in the back of the head, almost knocked him cold. I'll tell you something, the referee had his hands full. I can't totally blame the referee on this particular match, Tim, but it seems like a miscarriage of justice.
No, what it was great wrestling, smart wrestling by the team of the Zebra, the Razor, and Terry the Hammer Scholl, PWI champion.
I don't know. I don't like the way this match turned out, and I think we're going to have a chat with the commissioner on this one. I'd like to see a rematch on this match with two referees in the ring.
Wouldn't that, they'd be victorious.
Lumberjack Jim Barr, a little bit rubber legs coming out of the ring. He got hit the back of the head quite hard at the hands of the Zebra